Hugo Justin Race, born May 23, 1963, is an Australian rock musician and record producer who had been based in Europe from 1989 to 2011. He was a member of Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, 1983 to 85, and the Wreckery, 1984 to 89, with Nick Barker and Robin Casinader. As from October 2013, he was simultaneously a member of Hugo Race and the True Spirit, Hugo Race Fatalists, and Dirtmusic. True Spirit have released 12 albums. Race returned to live in Australia in 2011. Hugo Justin Race was born in the early 1960s in Melbourne and grew up in an Anglo-Irish family. His father listened to musical theatre and classical music. His mother played piano. He has brothers and a sister. In 1978 he formed Dum Dum Fit as the lead vocalist and guitarist with Robin Casinader on keyboards. 2 years later Race and Casinader formed Plays with Marionettes, which also included Edward Clayton Jones on guitar, organ, and vocals, The Fabulous Marquises, and Nick Seymour on bass guitar. Australian musicologist Ian McFarlane described their sound as aggravating style of jazzy no-wave noise, although they developed a local following on the inner-city/crystal ballroom circuit. In 1982 they issued a shared single with their track, Witchen Kopf, backed by a track from the group, People with Chairs Up Their Noses. Another track, Hell Belly, appeared on a Various Artists album, This Is Hot, in 1984. It was co-written by Race and Casinader. However, by February 1984 the band had separated. Late in 1983 Race on guitar joined Nick Cave on lead vocals, The Birthday Party, in his new band, Nick Cave, Man or Myth. By mid-1984 Cave's backing band were renamed the Bad Seeds and had issued their debut album, From Her to Eternity. The title track was co-written by Race and Cave with bandmates Barry Adamson, Blixa Bargold, Mick Harvey, and Anita Lane. The group toured the United States, United Kingdom, and the rest of Europe. During the European leg Clayton Jones joined the Bad Seeds, temporarily replacing Bargold. Late that year Race and Clayton Jones returned to Melbourne to form the Wreckery, as a blues rock band. By January 1985 the lineup included Race, Casinader, also on drums, and Clayton Jones with Tadeu Sobigli on bass guitar, and Charles Todd on saxophone and organ, Wild Dog Rodeo, Cattle Truck. McFarlane described the group as inner-city angst kings which proffered a lurching brand of gut-bucket St. Kilda blues by way of the Mississippi Delta. It was a fiery sound totally unique in Australia at the time. Race was described as enigmatic, petulant, whose bleak vision stabbed at the heart of the human condition. The group recorded their debut 5-track extended play, I Think This Town Is Nervous, which was issued by Hot Records in December 1985. By that time O'Beagley had been replaced by Nick Barker on bass guitar, Curse, Reptile Smile. Race wrote the majority of the group's material. They issued 2 studio albums, Here at Payne's Insistence, August 1987, and Laying Down Law, October 1988, before they disbanded by mid-1989. While a member of the Wreckery, in 1987, Race co-wrote the screenplay for Ghosts of the Civil Dead, December 1988, a feature film directed by John Hillcoat, which starred Kate and Dave Mason, of The Reels, in their debut acting roles. Back in 1986 Race had a minor role, Pierre, in Dogs in Space, which was directed by Richard Lowenstein and starred Michael Hutchins and Saskia Post. In 1988 Race had his own starring role as the titular character of Mac the Knife, who is a sociopath. The film was released as In Too Deep, 1989. The Canberra Times reviewer described Race's character as a drifting crimp plotting the next route to easy money, but felt that the film degenerates into a collection of characters in search of an ending. Also during 1987 Race, Barker, and Casinader recorded as the True Spirit with guest musicians Brian Colchin on bass guitar, John Murphy on percussion, and Chris Wilson on harmonica. A track, Certified Fool, appeared on a Various Artists album, Melbourne Stuff. The same recording sessions resulted in the debut album by Hugo Race and the True Spirit, Rue Morgue Blues, which appeared in June 1988 on the Rampant Records, for Australian market, and Normal Records, for German market. The album was engineered by John Phillips, of Not Drowning, Waving, and produced by Race. Late in 1989 Race relocated to Europe, initially to London then living in Berlin, Germany. In 1990 he issued Earl's World under the moniker, The True Spirit. He was joined in the studio by Alex Hack on guitar and slide guitar, of Ian Sturzen Newboden, Chris Hughes on tabla, of Slub, John Molyneux on harmonica, Rainer Link on banjo, guitar, and bass guitar, and Thomas Whittler on drums, both of Diode. Race used a similar lineup to record his next album, Second Revelator, 1991, with additional work by former bandmate Harvey, of the Bad Seeds, on piano, organ, bass guitar, backing vocals, percussion, and as producer. To promote the album, Race used the True Spirit lineup of Casinader, Clayton Jones, Colchin and Hughes, now on drums. They toured Australia in December 1991 and released the album there in January the next year on Survival Records. They toured Australia again in February 1993 and followed with another album, Spiritual Thirst. With Race in the studio were Colchin, Hughes, Molyneux, and Ralph Drobna on trombone and keyboards. Race also produced the album. In 1995, the group released Valley of Light on the German label, Glitterhouse, and, in February the next year, on the Australian label, Roadshow Music. It included a cover version of Captain Beefheart's Clear Spot. The album was co-produced by Race with Tony Cohen. The next album, Wet Dream, which appeared in June 1997, was described as industrial trance blues by UK magazine, Melody Maker. By 1998, Race was living in Italy. He toured Australia first as a solo artist and then at the end of the year with the True Spirit. In 1999, Race set up his own production base, Helixed, which incorporated diverse side projects including the Italian-based Sepiatone, an atmospheric electronic/acoustic project with Marta Colica, ex-Mice Vice, the Zurich-based Transfargo, Wreckery Music, Switzerland, with Dimitri DePero, which issued an album, Mill Transit, 2003, and a Sicilian-based multimedia project, Marola Matrix, Desvelos Records, Sardinia. He has also produced Italian artists such as Cesare Basile and Novaros. In January 2000, he worked with Australian singer Mia Stone, ex-Stone Circus, Satellite, and her group, Michaela. In 2001, Race issued a compilation 2x CD album, Long Time Ago, which contained material by the True Spirit from 1988 to 1999. He had a minor role as the vampire bass player in Michael Reimer's film Queen of the Damned, February 2002. In 2007, he joined Chris Brokaw, ex-Codeine, and Chris Ekman to issue the album, Dirtmusic. In 2010, he formed Hugo Race Fatalists with Antonio Gramontieri and Diego Cipignoli from the Italian instrumental band, Sacred Quarry. They released 2 albums, Fatalists, Interbang/Gustav, 2010, and We Never Had Control, Interbang/Gustav, 2012. In 2011, he returned to live in Australia. As from October 2013, Race was simultaneously a member of Hugo Race and the True Spirit, Hugo Race Fatalists, and Dirtmusic. Hugo Race is credited with vocals, guitars, lead, rhythm, bass, sequencers, samplers, keyboards, saxophone, congas, Moog synthesizer, Hammond organ, producer. The Wreckery, Yeah My People, 1987. Here at Payne's Insistence, 1987. Laying Down Law, 1988. Past Imperfection, 2008. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, From Her to Eternity, 1984. Kicking Against the Pricks, 1986. Tender Prey, 1988. Murder Ballads, 1996. The Best of Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, 1998. B-Sides and Rarities, 2005. Hugo Race and the True Spirit, Rue Morgue Blues, June 1988. Girls' World, 1990. Second Revelator, 1991. Spiritual Thirst, 1993. Valley of Light, 1995. Wet Dream, June 1997. Chemical Wedding, 1998. Last Frontier, 1999. Long Time Ago, compilation album, 2001. The Gold Street Sessions, 2003. Live in Monaco, 2004. Amiscato, 2005. Taoist Priests, 2006. 53rd State, 2008. Live in Lulo Jail, 2009. Live in Brussels, 2015. The Spirit, 2015. Solo Stations of the Cross, limited release, 1994. The Marola Matrix, 2004. Fatalists, 2010. Between Hemispheres, 2011. No But It's True, 2012. Dirtmusic, 2007. In the Desert, Live, 2008. BKO, 2010. Troubles, 2013. Lion City, 2014. Bubaruya, 2018. Sepiatone and Sepiatone, 2001. Dark Summer, 2004. Echoes On, 2011. Transfargo Mill Transit, 2003. Hugo Race and Fatalists We Never Had Control, 2011. 24 Hours to Nowhere, 2016. Hugo Race and Michelangelo Russo John Lee Hooker's World Today, 2017. Catherine Graindorge and Hugo Race Long Distance Operators, 2017.